going on to um, all of you Leos. You have the Scorpio energy. I can't say the D word. The Scorpio energy, the Hanged Man. I may have to clean these. But anyway, it is what it is, right? Don't sweat the small stuff. Scorpio energy, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Cups. So, in essence, this was something that you expected for a while. You Leos are not accepting anyone that comes back anymore. For you Leos are going to be very much so patient, and this is why it is that you really want to be patient and right, or you want to be patient, and you want to just be as correct as you possibly can be, because when you leave a relationship, you want to make sure that you're not the one who is tripping. You understand what I'm saying? And so, because if you leaving a relationship is going to be forever, you just want to make sure that you just don't ruin a good thing for no reason, and that you're the one who was wild. And so there's a sense of you Leos deciding that, again, when it comes to romance and stuff like this, you're making a very bold decision to not allow people to come back into your life. When they leave your life, you want to make sure that they're okay with that. It's the same thing that I do. I always tell people, if you want to leave, you can very much so leave. No one is holding you here. But if you do, leave, you know, go your way. And I've had a few slip ups, I've had a few mishaps accepting them back, but I am learning to walk away permanently from the decision. And I definitely understand where it is that you Leos are coming from. The Scorpio energy right here represents a brand new leaf that you Leos are turning over, because you realize that people will come into your life, treat you like trash, they come back, and then they want us to essentially do it again because their ego is huge. They have an inflated sense of self-worth, and it's not going to work if their sense of self-worth is essentially inflated, right? So the Ace of Cups and the Three of Swords right here speaks to how you Leos are striving to have better quality relationships. And that's the thing. I'm not necessarily talking about only romance. Everybody think I'm only talking about romance. I'm not just talking about romance. I'm talking about generally. I'm talking about the way that you interact with others and how other people interact with you. You Leos are seeking to raise the bar. You're seeking to get better quality interactions from people, not just people constantly being upset. You understand what I'm saying? People just being upset and just being all over the place with you and being harsh, being severe. You're trying to figure out what is going on, right? Like, you're not being severe with them, but they're being obtuse with you. You Leos know what I'm talking about. Those times where, you Leos are kind to people, and they're it's like, my gosh, they're just extreme with you, and there's no real cause for it. They're just out here looking wild, and then they don't want to apologize. Like, I've had a couple of those. And so a lot of you Leos just want to raise the quality of the interactions. If you say hi to somebody, you want them to essentially say hi back. And if they can't, then they got to get out of your life, because why would you want those type of harsh individuals to be in your life in the first place? And so you want respect, and that's not something that that's not something that you should really have to ask for. Everybody wants to make this claim when they say that, respect is earned, not given. No, it's both. It's both, because I understand what they mean when they say respect in the sense of having the person hang out with you and you look up to them and you you respect them, or maybe you see them as a peer or something like that. I understand that. But that kind of respect is kind of like extra respect that you're supposed to build upon a foundation. Foundational respect is something that everybody should have for every living thing, right? And so, when a person doesn't have respect for something, right, and they go and they take it to the most umpteenth wildest degree decimal that they possibly could or can, that's essentially when things get out of hand. Because you Leos understand that, you perform the best when you have respect. You Leos perform the best when you have love, right? If y'all are kings or queens, you can't have your constituents or the people that you are the lord of and not to, dislike you in that sense, right? Like to that degree. And see, then you have the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and then you Leos also have the Justice. It's the sun is coming out, ironically, right? Leo being the sun, but is that art imitating life or life imitating art? And then you Leos also have the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and then you Leos have the Justice. And these three cards represent how a lot of you there's also a sense of you Leos understanding what you need to do, and that you don't need anybody around you tearing you down, trying to make you, trying to make you give up on your dreams and get you to be obligated to them. You don't want those type of people around you. The Justice, you Leos know what you want to do. You Leos are striving to be decent people, and even more decent, and you don't want some idiot constantly over your head talking about how you better go ahead and be more decent to me, blah 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 blah. It's like you already striving to be good enough. You already striving to be decent to other people. Like what? That goes to show you how stupid certain individuals are and how incompetent certain individuals are. Because you know how stupid a person has to be to run game on somebody that wants them to have what they're looking for anyway. Do you understand how stupid that person has to be? It's like you Leos already want to show love, but the person is like, I gotta get on the Leo's head in order to get that. Why? Why? Why is that a thing? Why does that even occur? And see, I'm saying all this to say that, why does this matter, right? I'm saying all this to say that for you, Leos, this interaction with how you have with others will not just judge if you get into a relationship with a person, but it'll also talk about how it is. It'll also make things a lot more easy for you, because they won't spend so much time trying to tear you Leos down, and they'll actually appreciate your work on the job, appreciate your work in relationships. They'll appreciate your work as a family member. They'll appreciate your work as a friend. And the thing is that then you have the Lovers and the Page of Wands. And if they can appreciate it, right, then the relationship can move forward. But if they cannot, then that's where it is that it will end. And so there's this sense of you Leos really understanding what you're not going to put up with and what you're looking for. A person has to respect you. And at the minute that they start to disrespect you time and time and time again, this is when you Leos will stay away from them, because you understand that you cannot be with someone, whether it's friend, whether it's on the job, whether it's relationship, whether it's a family member. You cannot, every interaction that they have with you is going to be disingenuous. Every interaction that they have with you, Leos, will be disingenuous. And if you ask me, you Leos are beginning to wake up and, again, smell and drink the coffee to where you understand this. You understand that, you know, so many disingenuous people, enough as it is, right? That is very disrespectful. What is going on here, right? What is with the unnecessary disrespect that you Leos, unfortunately, have had to deal with over the years? What is going on with that? And a lot of you Leos understand that it's a form of, it is a form of inflated sense of self, an inflated ego. You know, they are operating in the Leo perspective in the lower form, which is inflated ego, overconfidence, excessive pride where it's not due. That is Leo in the lower form, right? Leos rule complete self-conceit in the lower form, right? Especially unwarranted. And see, very intelligent. You know, Leo, see, again, people think that Leo's are stupid. Leo's very intelligent, but that intelligence can also compound that excessive pride. Intelligent, yeah, very intelligent, but intelligent for what though? Prove said intelligence. Give a display of said intelligence. Don't just rip and run around and perceive that you're always intelligent. Yes, you are very intelligent, but when a person is operating in the lower form of Leo, right? Because all the zodiac signs make an impact on a person's life in some shape, form, or fashion. Leo is the ego. Leo can also represent the understanding that is something more than just physical means. There's a spiritual element to this. Leo also represents divinity, right? Being able to be upright. Virgo represents actually carrying that out. You dig what I'm saying? And becoming rich or successful off of that, right? Being dignified, like what Leo is. Because whatever dignity that Leo begins to have, Virgo actually carries out the dignity, right? As to where Leo is more so of the crownship, the actual position of it. So let's clarify the Page of Wands. You have the Hierophant, the Nine of Wands, the King of Swords, King of Wands, and then you have the Star card, right? Now, the Sun is a star, so take that as you will. But anyway, to clarify the Page of Wands for you, Leos, the Hierophant and the Nine of Wands for you speaks to how you, Leos, you're listening to yourself a lot more. And one of the things that you know for a fact is relationships where people disrespect you bother you, and it should, because it means that you're becoming more of yourself, and you're becoming, you know, understandable that you cannot expect people to be in your life in a very genuine way if they are disingenuous. And so there's huge changes coming for you, huge changes happening right now, but there's even more changes coming for you, Leos, where you will be more discerning, because people from now on who go out of their way to disrespect you, or people who disrespect you, you will not take them as being close. You will not see them as being close. You will not see them as being individuals for you to actually take seriously anymore. You will learn how to be a lot more, you Leos are learning how to be a lot more street smart. And you will understand that you don't have to tell somebody that they are not the person or people that you can hang out with, but you will make a mental note of it, and you will understand that you will not hang out with them, and you'll know why, because you can't trust them, because they don't respect you. And then the King of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Star card represents And that you will understand that, they will be very disingenuous. You will be wise enough to stay away from them. Even though the King of Wands, and you will see very soon that they will be upset with you. They will be angry with you. They will throw rocks and hide their hands. They will be very slick and underhanded and backhanded and disrespectful to you, right? In times where you will not necessarily think that that was necessary. But again, you Leos will understand why you didn't take them seriously in the first place. And then the star card is they're doing this to get you Leos to hang out with them. So ultimately, there's a sense of you Leos choosing your friends and the people whom in general you socialize with a lot more wisely, right? And because you understand that you Leos have something to lose, you Leos also have something to give or to offer. And that you Leos are going to stop taking your own common sense and your own instincts about somebody for granted. So that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. That's all I have for you. Peace.